So the next set of questions I'm going to ask is going to be about the home that you grew up in and where you grew up. So let's begin. All right. Can you tell me about the home you grew up in?
Well, I grew up in many homes because I was living in Kingston at one time. Then they transferred my father from Kingston to Montego Bay, and I lived in Montego Bay. And then my father went and lived in the country parts, which we more or less, we spent more time growing up in the country than we did in the town.
Out of all the places that you've grown up, which do you have the most vivid memories about? Kingston, Montego Bay, or back in the country?
Well, when we went to live in the country, and then when we grew up, we moved to the town because we had to sort of go to advanced school. No, we no longer went to school, elementary school. We gone now to the bigger schools where we grew up going there.
To intermediary and then high school.
Yeah, well, we were, yes, that a part of the growing up was done where we were able to attend high schools, and so on. So we went from one place to the other.
All right. What was the process of moving back then like?
Oh, well.
Do you recall?
Well, usually we had a big truck that we put all the things in and take them to where we're going and so on. But the basic, just like how we move now, we move then.
Right.
Yeah.
When you think back on your youth and the house you used to live in as a young girl, do you recall how many bedrooms that there was in that house? And if you do, where did you sleep in relation to the rest of your siblings?
Well, we're all girls. So basically, whenever we went anywhere or moved anywhere, we always had our own room. I mean, a girl's room. And it depended on how many sisters were born at that time, because depending. So, but it was like three of us. We had that one big bed in it. When there were like more than three of us, then we would have two big beds because we always get the biggest room because we had to have the beds in there. So we had like 2 or 3 beds.
So it was a standard practice then because you all were girls.
All were girls.
So you guys all stayed in one room.
All stayed in
together.
one room. Yeah.
It's like a one giant slumber party.
Yes. And jump from one bed to the other bed. And my mother had to come in and say, "Come on, stop jumping on the bed."
All right. Can you where did you guys used to have dinner together or eat meals together?
We always had a dining room. We have the dining room, and we all had meals together, and my father would bless, and then we would eat, and so on and so forth. We all ate together.
So the family ate together?
Family ate together.
Yeah, you don't see that much
happening now.
these
Not much.
days.
Everybody take their food and head somewhere else.
Yeah.
But we had to because my father would always do the day sticks every day,
What was your favorite part of your home?
My room.
Yeah. But did you have your own room or did you sleep with the...
No, but I had my own bed.
Okay, so...
We had many beds in the room.
Right. So you had many beds in one room and you used to have your own...
I had my own bed.
Your own bed with your own corner.
Yes, my own corner.
Did you decorate the bed in any way?
Oh
that's
yes, I fixed up
yours?
my corner and put little skirts around the thing, and I had my own little mirror. I fixed up my corner.
Nice. Made it uniquely your own.
Yes, my bed.
Did you have any windows in your room, or where did? And if you did not, where did the windows in the house look onto?
We had windows in our room. We had windows in our room. Because my sisters used to be on their bed peeping through windows and so on.
Yeah, did it look upon anything specifically, any particular area of the property?
No, just things, people walking past or things going on. But nothing, no big statues or nothing. Because before you even went to the country, it's just ordinary people living ordinary lives, you know.
When you first woke up in the morning, what was the first thing you heard? Any particular sounds?
No, usually when we wake up in the morning, we hear sounds of things rattling in the kitchen. Because usually by that time the helper arrived and looking after breakfast.
Mm-hmm. How many helpers did Grandma have?
Well, basically, when we were in the country, we had three. One would be the cook, and one would the yard boy to bring wood in, you know, because we used to use wood, fire, and things like that. And he would go bring the wood and do things, the yard things he would do.
Right.
And there was one that usually accompany us, take us to school, and pick us up back from school, and so on.
So
There are three of them.
All right, so like one to help with the housework, one to help with the children,
Yes,
and then one to help with maintaining the property.
Yes, right. He was usually a man or a boy.
Right.
You
know. What was your home heated by back in those days?
We didn't need to heat it. We are in Jamaica.
So the wood was primarily used
wood is for the fire, the kitchen.
For the stove.
Yeah, stove.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and if you're ironing clothes or something, because we used to do those irons that we call them sad irons.
And you used to put coal or wood inside them?
Yeah.
Describe them, if you can recall.
Yes, we had stoves.
We're talking about the irons.
You mean the irons? They were solid irons. They're not any irons that you put anything in. They're solid irons that we heat on the wood or on the coal, depending on what we're doing.
Okay, so you would heat the iron up separately on a fire or on wood, and then use that to iron your clothes.
And use that iron. You clean it after you heat it enough. You rub it off nice and clean, and then you iron with that. It's sad irons.
Okay. When you think back about the growing up in I know it's Jamaica, which is a Caribbean country. It's a very temperate climate. Was there anything that closely resembles seasons like you have here in the States, where it would get cooler any particular time of the year?
No, we don't go with the coolness, but we do the rain. We have rainy season.
Right.
Season where we get rain like every day, and then there's the summertime. Usually it's summertime, but we have rainy season though. Yeah, see, they rain a lot.
Can you tell me any stories about the home or any surprising things that happened there?
Well, we didn't really have surprising things, but we usually love when because in the evening, you know, we gather together. We always sit outside because it's like, you know, we sit outside. And we all gather and we talk. And the helper would tell us stories. We used to call them duppy stories. We can make
and for those individuals that may be watching this that don't know what a duppy is, can you tell us what a duppy is?
Well, it's supposed to be a spirit.
Or a ghost.
Because my mother and father didn't appreciate any duppy stories, but they would tell us duppy stories, man. And we would then now the problem is after you done listen to one or two duppy stories, you can't go home, can't go in your room. Nobody want to go in the room first. So we all hold hands and we say, let us all go in together. So we all going together, boogdoo, everybody going in.
They're strengthening numbers.
Yes, right, because we're all scared of the death now. So, and then sometimes when it's moonlights, lots of moonlight, we would go down. My father put up a swing and a big wango tree. And we would go there and we would swing, swing and swing. Or we make, we break up, you know, like you have plates at break. And we break them up. And we make a moonshine dollar. You lie down and we make an outline of you with those pieces of things and so on and so. You know, little things like that. So we enjoy ourselves and so on. So that's how we pass the time, because we don't have street lights.
Yeah.
We are in the country now, we have moonlights. So we enjoy ourselves.
What did you use for lighting? Like if you guys did a walk, or there was no electricity.
No electricity out there in the country parts. And we don't go for walks at night. But if they wanted light at night, what they did is they put a kerosene oil in a bottle and screw the paper tight and use the paper as a wick.
Okay.
And like that. Or we're going to look for crabs or anything, crabbing or anything.
Right.
That's what we use as a light. We put kerosene oil in a bottle, and we use like
a rag.
Newspaper, like a rag to make it, you know, the cork, and then we light that, and they can see.
Yeah.
A torch.
That's a good...
Or we have flashlights. We have flashlights. So, yeah.
Nice. How was your home different from your neighbor's home, if it was?
It was different because we usually have not a squinting place. We have a space on both sides. So their house is there, and we have enough space here. And in our house, and we have enough space here for the next house.
Okay.
So we had enough space.
Right.
In the country, we have big yard.
Right.
Yeah.
There was never, you weren't, it's not like it is today where you can look out your window and you can see your neighbor's house.
No, we have
2
space.
feet away.
Yes, we have space. Because we have sometimes we have, I remember we had a nestberry tree right at the front there. And every time the nestberries are ripe, you can smell it. And when the little bats go in, the little rat bats go in to eat the nestberries. Sometimes they don't get it to eat because it drops, and we hunt for it.
Right.
Hunt for it. We enjoy that. Collect all the nestberries, or we pick nestberries.
Right.
Depending.
How did you get from home to school? And was there anything interesting that you saw along the way, or can you describe what the trip?
Well, when we were going to elementary school, we walked to school. School was within walking distance. So everybody walked to school in the morning. You meet up your friend at a certain corner, and we all walk together and go to school, and then after school we walk and come back and so on. Yeah, we walk to school every day.
How long was it? How long did it take you to walk from home to school?
Depending, it just about 15 minutes.
Okay, that's not so bad.
No, not bad at all. We just walk through. We have if our friend live there, and then we pick up our friend, and we all walk and go down and come. Yeah.
What did you see along the way when you during the walks?
Well, when we hit the main street, we had there was a post office, there was a supermarket, there was other things.
So you walked from the house to the main street. You walked along the main street
and then hit school.
Then you hit the school.
Right.
Okay. I know it's been a while since you've been back to Jamaica, so you really don't have an idea of what the old neighborhoods look like anymore.
No, the place that I remember most recently is where when I was married and I had my kids, the farm we lived on, our farm. It was
Mafuta?
like 4 or something acres of land. And we lived on that, and that's what I remember most recently.
Right.
Because we had everything, you know, we had goats, we had chickens, we had pigs, we had all sorts of things growing, all sorts of fruit trees and things, coconut trees, star apple. We had sweet sop, and we had sour sop, we had bananas, we had star apple trees. And we had guava trees. You know, so we had a lot of fruit trees.
Right,
And
right.
so forth. So that's the place I remember most, because that's the most recent place. But other than that, I don't know where I used to live. As a child, I would not remember. I mean, I would know to find it, but I mean, I don't know what it looks like now.
Right, it's been a while since you've been back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Makes sense. How would you compare your childhood home to the home you live in today?
I prefer my childhood home.
Why?
I prefer my childhood home because we had lots of fruit trees, we run up and down, we had, nice times. Climb this, go look that, all over the place. Here we are confined to this, and then if you want anything, we have to go in a car, go get it, and so on. We walk, we walk and go get what we need.
Right.
Because we don't, unless my mother went to the supermarket, and every weekend she would go supermarketing. But other than that, we have everything. We had pigs, and a little pig as a pet. He was about the size of, and we called him Piggy, and he would, whenever we need him, we say, Piggy, 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 and you hear, and he's coming.
Yeah.
And when we are in the dining room eating, we think he's lying down under the table in the dining room, and we have a foot scratching his belly, and he's going, And my mother sold the pig, and we all cried.
Oh, sorry.
Everybody cried. Everybody was crying for Piggy's gone. He was so cute, a little pig. And we used to hose him down with the hose, because he loved this water business, and so on. So I like living in the country parts.
Yeah.
I like that. You have more space, and it's nicer than living in the town.
Yeah. Less chaotic, less hectic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
than living in the town.
All right. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so that concludes the section about just learning about where you grew up.